First we had our sort of collective Fucks and Friends, and the origin of that is actually that my league last name is actually Fucks, as in Fucks. So for people that know that, I guess it's sort of funny. For everyone else it's like a weird name probably. But so yeah, it's like, you know, it's Fucks himself, you know, from Fucks and Friends. I guess digging in like electronic stuff, you end up finding so many records that are really off people's radar, even though they're great. And I mean, everyone knows the like big, rare early records that have gotten a lot of play and gotten really expensive and whatever. But there were so many like sort of commercially failed projects from commercially failed labels, or maybe even big releases from big artists that don't really get remembered as much, and that you can get for like €2. I guess in that sense, I thought it would be cool to have a mix where all the records are sort of affordable, where you sort of limit yourself to only playing records that everyone else could get within a minute on Discogs for like less than €5. So I had that idea dangling around my head for a while, and then at some point I had this moment where I thought, damn, affordable housing would be a good name for it, and then I knew, fuck, now I have to do it just because the name is good. This place rarely has anything, but if it does, it's usually hidden in the middle of the stuff. And usually they price their records by just putting a bunch of duct tape on it with the price, so the cover is immediately fucked as soon as it arrives here.
So what are you looking for when you're digging?
Well, different stuff, mostly stuff I haven't seen, sort of. Just because over the years you build up a sort of arsenal of records that you don't really see anymore, and it gets sort of bigger every single day. But you know, but also then of course stuff that I know, you know, like artists I know, sleeves that I know, labels that are unusual, something that isn't Schlager or James Last. I wish I had some killer gear to show you guys, but I only have a fairly boring standard system right here. Here of course the classic SL1200. This one, sort of weird mixer, shout out to my man Toby for indefinitely borrowing it to me. My other mixer died, and so, you know, got hold of this one. Classic stuff. Here is a RP7000, which doesn't stop as soon as you turn it on. You know, +8, +16 mode, and go reverse. You know, your usual stuff. There I have another RP4000 also, which is what I used to have, and which is of course not great for mixing, but you know, for when I don't want to go behind the decks and use the proper setup, I just kick back there, put on a psychedelic rock LP and zone out. I came 3 years ago with my girlfriend at the time, and I didn't honestly really want to move here. I sort of hated the city. I was busted on the train so many times while I was here looking for an apartment that I really gave up on coming here. I wanted to stay in Amsterdam, where I had spent the years before. But you know, it got to me, man. It got to me. So I came here to do like sort of journalism stuff. I was a music writer for a while for different magazines, and you know. But of course, you come here searching one thing, you end up finding another. So new shoes, man. This I don't know. Probably a lot of it is going to be terrible synth pop or something like that. And I'm gonna make a fool out of myself on the internet. Yeah. Alright. So 10 euros later and a couple of kilometers walking into Wedding, Reinickendorf, North Berlin area. We passed by some thrift stores and you know, it wasn't like a day where you find something insane, at least as far as I know. I mean, I haven't checked those records, but it was some solid, good shit that might give you an idea of the kind of shit I'm looking for or that I go digging for here in the area. At the first spot, we had just a few records. J-Ski, going back to my roots, and of course it's a remix of the classic Odyssey tune, you know, stepping up my boots. You know it. So that's gonna be funky, 1992. I got this 7-inch of a 70s kids show, The Wombles, with the Wombling song. It's not great, but I'm obsessed with this show. We got the only electronic record that they had in there by the Computer Jockeys. My Golden Boy is probably not good, but you know, I felt like we had to get it for the purposes of this vid. Also got this one, no idea what it is, but it's on Stockfish, which is sort of an oddball, folky, jazzy, German weird record label from the 70s, although this might be later. If you can check it on Discogs and YouTube now and tell me in the comments how terrible it is. Got this one too at the other spot, no idea, Dart Attack. No idea really what got me to buy this. I'm thinking it's some like rocky disco, late 70s kind of stuff, maybe early 80s. But hey, there's a cool jerk on here, Honeybee. So I think there's going to be some funky stuff. This one also kind of a gamble. I mean, maybe some of you know the original song Cuba by the Gibson Brothers. It's not great, but it has some heavy percussion. And my hope is sort of that they expand on that in this 88 remix of that, I think like late 70s tune, but it might also really be terrible. Same goes for this one, The Tubes, Young and Rich. But you know, that credit card thing had me, and then for €1 or €2 or whatever, I had to get it. Also the font, that really gets me. This one I couldn't pass up for little money, you know, Linton Kwesi Johnson, don't have that album. Killer 70s funky, sometimes reggae, good shit. Political. That's nice. And this one here, New Shoes, I Can't Wait. Probably also not great, but looks like a late, like 86 dancey synth poppy house record maybe. It has a Dutch mix and an American mix, which is always good. You know, the Dutch already loved their heavy kicks back then, and the Americans really loved their boogie around that time. So if there's a Dutch mix on it, it might be banging. But yeah, that's what we got today. I guess the lesson is, even if you don't dig entirely successfully throughout the day, you never know, man, you never know. Maybe your thrift store just got a new delivery from the hottest DJ in town who dumped all his records there for really cheap. Only one way to find out, which is pass by there and get some sun rays. All of this house music stuff is, in record terms, so recent, you know. I mean, even there's so much late 80s stuff from other genres that falls between the cracks, and especially when you're talking about electronic stuff, which most, I guess, rock heads or funk people looking for breaks don't really care about it at all. There's still so much to mine, so much forgotten goodness, so many gems that just fell through the cracks when they were released and never really got a second chance.